Good morning. Today is Thursday, August 26th, and it is a white day. Starting today, there will be a QR code on all the napkin dispensers in the dining hall for students, faculty, and staff to check in and indicate who you are eating lunch with or sitting with during a free block. This is for contact tracing purposes, so please be sure to fill it out each time you are there. If you were elected to student government this past May, you have a meeting in Fuller Hall basement at 1:15 on Friday. See Mr. Ryan or myself with any questions. Attention students. The Information Technology Department has moved to Streeter 217. Please stop by Streeter 217 should you need any assistance from our technology team. Hilltones, our select vocal ensemble, will have auditions Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Information is posted on the band room door. Stop by the band room in the Morse building if interested. If you are interested in participating with the band or strings this fall, but were unable to schedule, please stop by Morse 103 to see Mr. Rowe. A reminder to last year's Hilltones that we will meet tonight at 6:15. Happy birthday today to Nixon Frito and Derek Noyes. Happy birthday. Varsity field hockey will have a scrimmage at Hanover at 4. Please release the team at 1:30. JV and varsity boys soccer has a scrimmage at U32 at 4:30. Please release the teams at 2. Thank you and have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. We hope you had a great day yesterday, a chance to connect with your advisors, meet your teachers, hear from your class dean, learn about the programming that we have here at St. Johnsbury Academy. There are so many areas of the school in which we are going to be working together to learn together this year. And so as you start to embark upon your day, start to think about ways in which you can engage and be fully in person. Yesterday, we had a chance to all gather in one space. As I mentioned, for some of you, it felt great. It felt great that things felt somewhat normal, that you were eager to get everything out and rolling. And to others, maybe a little bit more overwhelming. For most of us, yesterday was a day, for the first time in a year and a half, that we've had a chance to be around so many people, whether indoors, outdoors, or in classrooms. One of those things to be thinking about, right? To be fully engaged, to be fully in class with everybody else is also just something new. We haven't done that in a little while. So I would again ask that we give each other a little bit of grace and a little bit of patience as we get used to what it might look like. Because sometimes you might think that your social meter has run out or even been a little bit tested when you're around all of these people. Today might feel like that because it's your first full day of classes. Please hear that we want to meet you where you're at. We want to help figure out what you need and in efforts to be able to make us all feel safe and comfortable and ready to learn in the weeks and months to come. We want to make sure that we communicate that effectively to those around you. So I'll say this again, as I said yesterday. Your first advocate here is that person that you're sitting in the room with right now, your advisor. Please, when we have these moments together within advisory time, take that time to share something good, to share something that's on your mind, so that when doing that, we can all be more communicative and better together. On a really positive note, the Campus Life office wants to thank everybody for coming to the Club and Activity Fair right after school yesterday. We want you to know that clubs and activities, most of them, will begin full launch after Labor Day. Some will begin, as you heard from Ashley, as early as tonight. So we'll begin to roll those out slowly. We'll have updates for you each day in the announcements, and then we'll have a post up in the Campus Life office so you know which and when we'll meet on what days. It's our goal this year that we get everybody involved in something in the extracurricular life after school. Special thank you to all of our faculty and staff, our student leaders, and our buildings and grounds crew, and our tech crew, and in particular, Ms. Lang and Mr. LaCroix for putting all of that together. So special thank you to them. We have some nuts and bolts for you today that we want to make sure that everybody is clear about. Lunch cards. If you are new to the school or if you had already been down to the Campus Life office asking for an ID card, your lunch cards will be available to you by your advisor. So advisors, if you haven't had a chance to make it to your box, we want to make sure that we do that because the dining hall is going to be asking that we utilize those today. Chapel tomorrow will be in your advisory locations as well. We will let you know what the next week will look like in terms of chapels, and we'll communicate that to you tomorrow in chapel so that you know where to be and when. So again, go to your advisor locations tomorrow for chapel. Just a reminder for those of you after school on Friday, just a reminder that we end at noon. And so if you're looking for things to do after school, Mr. LaCroix will have some activities going on Stowe Green, should you want to be involved as you're waiting for your rides. Teachers and advisors will be in classes and in meetings at that time. So if you're looking for things to do, let us know, and we'll make sure that we have you have what you need. Enrollment paperwork. If you are still hanging on to your paperwork that you didn't necessarily hand in during the orientation phases of your days, if you can get that enrollment paperwork to the headmaster's office, Mrs. Lejeune would appreciate that very much. In addition to, many of you got the technology agreement forms yesterday. If students have their technology agreement forms and their money, we would ask that that be brought to the headmaster's office as well. The other location for that would be the business office. So those two locations, headmaster's office or the business office, for the technology agreements and the payments for that. As we start to think about moving forward, again, we're going to ask that you get yourself some masks, some cloth masks. We have limited supplies of the old blue ones that that we were able to give out last year, so we want to make sure that everybody is masked up and ready to go. So please make that part of something that you do in the morning to check to make sure you have a couple of those at least in your backpack, so because you'll need them for entry to school. Next week begins our full dress code week, right? Everything is in effect, so please plan with purpose. Make sure that you're ready to roll, make sure that everything is if you have questions, you want to ask your advisors about those. If you have questions, you're welcome to come to the Campus Life office about what's appropriate. But we know that this week has been extra hot. We've given that liberty to be able to go with t-shirts and shorts. So we want to make sure that everybody is fully ready to go for a full dress code starting Monday. And as we close out today, I just want you to think for a moment about the day in front of you. For a moment, I'll ask that you think about, how are you coming into the day today? It's the first full day of classes. You get a chance to try on a full day of what it's going to look like here at the Academy. Maybe for some of you, it will be your first opportunity to speak in class. Maybe for some of you, it'll be your first opportunity to have a in-class assessment. For some of you, maybe you'll have your first homework assignment. But I want you to take the words that Mr. Eaton said yesterday and internalize it a little bit. Let's embrace whatever's in front of us. Let's think together about putting our best foot forward. Let's think together about the beauty of what begins a new school year. It allows us that new beginning. It allows us that fresh start. It allows us that chance to begin with a clean slate. So this morning, I urge today that you give yourself a chance to grow, a chance to stretch, and a chance and a willingness to be able to change as those things are happening. From our end, one of the most beautiful things that can happen in a school is to watch you take those moments, take those risks, allow that stretch to happen. It's what we want you to do while you're here. We want you to stretch, we want you to grow, we want you to enjoy that journey that we call high school. So today, as we leave you, I want you to think about ways in which you can embrace the day. We hope you have a great day. We hope you have a little bit of extra time here to spend with your advisors to talk about schedules, talk about questions that you might have for dress code, talk about how to get those enrollment agreements in, think about what's next, and maybe have some time to reflect together about ways in which we can embrace the day. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.